Guys, what's going on?
Yo,
What is going on? What is going on, guys? It's good to see you guys. It's good to see you guys. Hold on. I have to do one thing here. One thing. Locke, what's up, dude?
what is going on, man? Ah, dark days, dark freaking days.
Yeah. Guys, this is such BS. It's it's kind of crazy that we're even having this conversation. And the craziest part is, guys, I don't really even have time to play video games much anymore. There are games that I have that are still in the box. You know what I'm saying? But like I still consider myself a gamer. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of my best memories have been playing through video games. You
Yeah,
know?
yeah, yeah. I can tell you're a grizzled veteran of the console wars of the 1990s.
Yeah.
I can freaking tell.
Yeah. And guys, I started playing video games back in the mid 80s in grade school because my dad started buying us video games because we used to break our toys. He's like, we can't break these. So I remember getting our very first Nintendo with Super Mario and Duck Hunt back in the
Oh
day.
yeah.
I remember playing Tetris for the first time. It was nuts. You know what I mean? Like it's those were the days. I remember watching The Wizard, the movie, in the theater, and then playing Super Mario 3. You know, it's crazy. Like those were the days. You know,
Yeah,
and
dude,
now what's that?
oh man, like with the wizard. No, like it was just an hour and a half long commercial for
Yeah,
Super Mario Brothers 3 for Nintendo
yeah,
products, with their
sure,
biggest commercial being Super Mario Brothers 3. And if
yeah.
you weren't there, that was huge. That was like the thing when Super Mario Brothers 3 came out. He even gave you like freaking like tips on how to find the magic flute in the first map. God, that
Right.
was, oh God, good freaking times, man.
Yeah,
Good
and you used
times.
to trade your games, swap your games. Now the only problem was when you were a kid, you wouldn't realize that like you were kind of naive because your friends, not friends, but kids at your school, they would trade you shitty games for good games. Like, wait a minute, or you let a friend borrow your game and they wouldn't give it back. Well, not a
Yeah,
friend, but a classmate. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
oh yeah, they'd
So
always had the excuse too.
yeah,
Like, no, it's over at my dad's house. I took it over there and I forgot it. And
yeah,
like, yeah. 15 years later, it's still at his dad's house.
yeah. That's unfortunate. We were young and naive, and now I didn't usually let people borrow anything personally. So,
No, don't
but
do it.
so there is um a couple news articles here, and then hold on, let's see, where's this?
Maybe this is just the freaking cynic in me, but I am absolutely not surprised at any of this. Um, because I have retired from the console wars. Like pretty much, the last game system I bought was a PS3. Like I have a PS5, and I spent extra for the freaking disc drive, which is pretty much being rendered obsolete. Thanks for
Yeah,
that one, Sony. By
yeah,
the
yeah.
way,
And
you
then you have
freaking
to be
jerks.
online to even play a lot of games, anyways. And the thing
Yeah.
that chaps my ass is you just want to play the game, you plug it in, it has to do an update.
Yeah.
I don't want
The
to sit
game's
here for 5 minutes, 10 minutes just to play a goddamn game. So like I haven't turned my PS5 on in maybe like a year and a half. So when I plug it in, it's gonna take forever. Forever. Ridiculous.
Yeah, and then you end up buying the freaking game. The game's not even finished.
Yeah.
Like
Yep.
I back in the day, you could go to Funko or your local game store or the video store. You could get the game, you freaking put it into your Super Nintendo or Sega if that's how you chose to live your life, and you could freaking, the game was complete
Yeah.
100%. Yeah, there might have been glitches, I mean, it was cartridges. It wasn't perfect, but the game was freaking complete. It was all
Yeah.
there. Now they're just releasing games freaking like it's like, yeah, you buy the game, you put it in, you're looking forward to, having some fun. You want to play GTA 5 or whatever. Yeah, you got to wait 20 minutes for the patches to download.
Yeah, and then they spend so much cash on these games too. What is it? Skull and Crossbones costs like $500, $600, $700 million. What, like, how? It just doesn't make any sense. And what's crazy is, guys, you know what I'm gonna start looking into? These guys who still make video games for the old consoles.
Yeah, homebrewers.
So whereas it used to take a whole studio to make like a Genesis game, there's one guy on his computer making Super Nintendo games, making Genesis games, making PS1 games. There's like 2 or 3 guys who will sit there and make a PS1 that you can buy in the box, plug it into your PS1, and just play, or your Super Nintendo, and just play.
Yeah.
OG says, dude, I helped close Blockbuster in Rome, New York during the bankruptcy. Yeah.
I never liked Blockbuster. Like, I was like, where I grew up, we were like a stone's throw away from a mom and pop video store, like an independently owned one. Dude, those were freaking awesome. They were awesome. Because it wasn't just video games they also had like some of the most obscure B movies. Dude, there was some awesome stuff there. I miss the 90s so much. And also with this video, shout out to Saskatchewan. I'm always happy to hear news from the 51st state.
Guys, can we please, guys, everyone in the chat, first of all, hit the like button on the way in. Go and sub to Lock the Bounty Hunters channel. I
thank you.
Appreciate it. And guys, what was I gonna say? Can we just admit that the gaming media is a bunch of crap, right? The gaming blogs and websites are just a bunch of woke commie losers.
Oh yeah, big time. Oh my god,
horrible,
man. I miss like being able to play video games and the chicks had boobs and they were pleasant to look at.
Yeah,
like it. It's like, it's like your teammate was like this female paladin and her armor was a freaking like a Princess Leia metal bikini.
With like some chains hanging off the butt. You know what I'm saying? Hey, it works. Hey, look what Arnold wore in Conan. You know what I'm saying? It makes sense. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you can take a broadsword while wearing a fur Skeeto. You'll
be fine. Here we go.
Sony, the makers of PlayStation, have recently announced that it will no longer be producing physical games after 2028. That's left many in the gaming community feeling like it's game over. Hallie Mandrick with those details.
Oh, God.
For Anthony Foster, the owner of Next Level Game Exchange, Sony's recent announcement to cease production of physical games for PlayStation consoles was hard to process.
It's probably the most shocking email I've ever woken up to. I've been in the industry for 20 plus years, 20 years here with Next Level, and I was shocked.
According to the company, all new PlayStation games that are released after January 2028 will only be available in a digital format. Foster shared that while digital downloads have been an
Whoa.
Jeez. No freaking comment.
No. Whoa. Equilibrium just comes in.
Shots fired.
He just said
I quote my man Jesus, my son. I'm not touching that one with an 80-foot pole.
Equilibrium, how do you really feel?
God. God, I of the internet.
No. he just flushed the M80 down the toilet and let that bad boy blow.
You might as well at this point.
He wasn't playing, man.
For a while, many still opt for a physical copy.
It's going to be a huge change because as a consumer, you aren't going to own anything anymore.
Yeah.
You're going to be paying for the license to play a game until they choose to remove it, and you won't be able to send it to your friend or gift it to somebody.
For many who have worked on the production side of the video game industry, this news isn't shocking, but it is disappointing.
So it seems like maybe they have correctly identified the trend line and the cost opportunity, but sort of misread the room in terms of how people are going to respond.
Guys, all right. You guys know how you know that this is cooked? Is, guys, put a 1 if you own records, like actual records.
Oh man.
Or you know someone who does, right?
Yeah.
Guys,
So-
I know people who own actual like vinyl, who actually own records because of the experience of having them. This is like saying, oh, we're not going to sell books anymore. We're going to sell Kindles. No, people want to read books. They want to have a book in their freaking hand. Guys,
Yeah.
I love books. I love to read. I love the smell of the pages.
Like-
I love having a book in my hand.
There is
Period.
no smell on this earth quite like the smell that fills your nostrils the second you walk into a library.
Yeah.
Prove
Yep.
me wrong.
Yep.
That is a hill I will gladly get wounded upon.
Yeah.
And this whole, it's a freaking disaster. And you know me, AJ, I live on Tinfoil Lane. Nothing is as it seems.
Yeah.
And when they say, oh, it's a cost-cutting measure. No, it's not. No,
Yeah.
it's not. Sony, Microsoft, they're all in on the 2030 plan. You know the 2030 plan. We all know it. And that's what this is. It's just
Well, look-
one step closer to you're not going to own anything and you're going to like it.
But it's crazy how like PlayStation. Okay, all right. Nintendo had the championship belt, and then
Oh,
they
yeah.
just gave it away to Sony, right? In the
Yeah.
same way that like Circuit City had the belt and gave it away to Best Buy. Guys, Nintendo's reputation was in the toilet because of the Switch 2, and now Nintendo hasn't said that they were getting rid of the physical media. So now they aren't the evil empire anymore.
Nintendo has been given the keys to the kingdom.
Yeah.
Because Microsoft's going to fall in line. They're
Yep.
going to fall in line the same way that Sony does. Nintendo has the opportunity to say, no, we're not doing that. You guys want physical media, you got it.
Yep.
They can become titans again.
Yep. It's true.
You know, but I'm giving 50-50 odds at this point, and that's a generous estimate.
Oftestad says the gaming industry is unique in the way that physical media offers a sense of security for those who want to expand their collection.
If I want to go back and watch a movie that I loved as a kid, I can still do that. If I want to read a book that was formative to me 30 years ago, I can still do that. But if I want to go play my favorite game from 25 years ago, it's entirely possible that that's not actually doable. There's no physical way to do it. Some of those things are just lost.
Foster says this decision will have significant impacts on the future of the gaming industry as a whole.
I'm sure it's going to push the retro market even further
Yeah.
because there's a lot of people who are very passionate about
And during the cough guys, the retro market was insane.
Everyone had money.
Freaking insane. And now that bubble burst, but it's gonna be back.
owning the
Oh,
things
it's
that
going
they
to
pay
be
for.
worse.
CTV News has reached out to Sony PlayStation for comment. Hallie Mandrick, CTV News, Saskatoon.
Coward.
Bloggers are
Alonzo
calling it the
too.
death of physical media. Sony, the company behind the
Oh, man, that takes
PlayStation,
me back.
announcing this month it will stop releasing physical copies of games starting in 2028.
That is the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Ah!
Oh, God.
What is
Oh my
that?
God. Sony.
What is that? Holy moly, guys. Hold on.
Holy Jesus. What is that? What the fuck is that?
Sony, you took the cake on this one. You
Yeah.
actually got me agreeing with a Benosed ring life failure.
With
I
this thing.
am impressed. God.
Tim Hicks is right. Yeah, guys, Tim Hicks, he is correct. Nintendo's not innocent, but they're not as dumb as Sony.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
That's
No,
how
no.
crazy they're making. That they've taken the heat off of Nintendo. That's crazy.
Yeah, and like yeah, and Nintendo has fumbled so many times. Yeah, Tim, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. Like the retro gaming market for cartridges it's just gotten out of freaking hand. I mean, you go to a game trade store and I was a rare game collector for a while. And especially with PS1 games, like the one that I typically use as an example is Suikoden 2. Fantastic game. Awesome game. Great story, good gameplay, just a great RPG all around. Last time I saw it in a store, $600 US. $600 for a physical freaking copy. And digital, going completely 100% digital, is just going to jack that price even higher.
Yeah.
You can play it online. You can actually download it and play it off of the PS Store. I have a backup from the PS3 store, may it rest in peace. But this is just, it's going to get so much worse.
Yeah. Yep. It's crazy.
For Edmonton gamers like Jules Brubaker, disappointed
That's
by the
a
announcement.
You realize that people have been trading discs and CDs and vinyls and cassettes for the longest time, and that's how we share media. That's how we, share things we love with each other.
The impact from this decision will be felt most at video game stores like this one just north of downtown Edmonton. Its walls and shelves lined with decades of video game history, from the early days of cartridges to the more modern discs, now at risk of being phased out.
Companies have been trying to get rid of physical media for many years now, and it seems like they're really making that big push now.
Courtney Kane from Next Wave Video
needs to eat a
Games says the
sandwich.
move to digital media makes games like this more valuable. In this store, some games preserved over the years worth hundreds of dollars. She'd prefer to see copies like this stay in production for the gaming community and keeping the resale market alive.
They can't take away what we already have from us. Lots of people, are in the retro community. More people join every day. So thankfully, we still have that to go back to.
According to a May report from Sony, nearly 80% of all its games sold in 2025 were digital copies.
There's an expense in creating them.
So
Liz Carter.
That's bullshit.
Yeah. That
That's
is such a
BS.
load.
Guys, that is such crap.
That's a bastardized statistic.
Yes.
Like in the modern era, if there is one thing you cannot and should not trust, it is quoted statistics.
Yeah.
Like statistics are like statistics are words like trauma. It means nothing anymore. It is a meaningless buzzword.
Yeah. Yep. Keyshawn is right. 2023 was Spider-Man 2 was trash. Guys, I couldn't even finish the whole damn thing. It's horrible. Matter of fact, I actually might go back and play the very first Spider-Man again. That was great. But Spider-Man 2 was trash. It was horrible.
And leads a company that converts physical media like VHS tapes and DVDs to
Mark, what were you saying?
I felt the same way about Final Fantasy VII Remake and Rebirth. I spent $60 to get a copy of Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Never finished it.
Really?
That game, it looked nice. Soundtrack was great. The voice acting was fine. It's a side quest simulator. They took that's all it is. It's a side quest simulator. The main story takes a backseat to side quests in mini games.
Oh, really?
It drives me. Yeah. What Square Enix did was they took the Final Fantasy Remake is the first hour and a half of the first disc of Final Fantasy VII.
What?
Rebirth is 2/3 of the second disc, of the first disc, I mean. They are milking it for all it's worth, and all they're doing is arbitrarily padding out the game with side quests. And I love me a good side quest. Old school gamers, especially RPG guys, we love the side quests. They were awesome. You actually had to put in work to find them. And now, like at the beginning of the game, they said, "Oh, we got side quests here. Go to the map, do thing, get side quest points." And it's not fun anymore.
What really sucks is I just realized that I have Rogue Galaxy on PS3 as a PS2 game, but it's actually part of the PS3 store. So I wonder if that's gone.
The PS3 store is the PS3 store, which admittedly the PS3 store is awesome.
So if I plug in my PS3, all the games that I purchased won't be on there.
That I don't know. You can't. So as it stands right now, because I bought a third PS3 just as a backup, I went onto the PS3 store. All of the games that I purchased were still available. So what I did, I have no idea if this is going to work. I won't know until June of 2027. Yeah. I downloaded everything and then disconnected my PS3 from the internet. There is no need to have that thing.
Steve says that you can re-download PS3 store games you purchased from. Oh, all right. Thanks, Steve.
Do it now. Do it now, and then there is no need to have your PS3 connected to the internet.
Yeah,
there is no need. Disconnect it. I have no idea if it'll be shadow connected or anything like that, but dude. The PS3 store, even though it's digital media, they have literally thousands of dollars of OG, hard to find PS1 RPGs. They have a really good selection. Not the best, but you can get Suikoden 2 for $10, and it's not a remaster. There's nothing added. It's just the straight OG game, with the OG soundtrack and everything readily available. I downloaded it, cut off my PS3 from the internet, and I'm just hoping that the Intergalactic Space God Blabgobgard, all hail, that it will be there in 2027.
Yeah, it's so crazy that this concept, for some reason, people act like video games is not a serious media form, or like comic books even. Like comic books have been around for like over 120 years, right? And people act like if you read comic books, you're a kid. Guys, video games, and I need you to put a 1. Video games are a perfectly legit hobby for anybody. You know what I'm saying?
Don't tell feminists that.
It doesn't make any sense, guys. If you watch Sega Lord X, put an X in the chat. Sega Lord X made a good point. He said, guys, look, he's in his 40s. He has 3 kids and a wife, and his hobby is video games. That's how he blows off steam. And then also him and his youngest 2 daughters, that's how he spent the best time with them, is playing old Genesis games, old Nintendo games with his kids. You know?
Yeah.
Video games are a perfectly reasonable hobby. And for some reason, women, society looks down on guys that play video games. And it's so funny because at least we're doing something constructive. We're actually trying to accomplish a goal, beat a game. Chicks just doom scroll on freaking TikTok all goddamn day.
Ed, you've seen the videos of girlfriends who will delete PS3 PS. Doesn't your heart break when you see that?
Yeah.
Digital media.
Go ahead.
Hold on. You saw this, right? You saw this?
Which one?
This guy.
Oh,
here?
yeah, I've seen that one.
Guys.
This
guy was making it's the $500,000-$600,000 a year playing 2K, and his chick, chick, didn't have to work, and she decided to delete his stuff. 'Cause 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 she decided to delete his stuff
It's just a prank, bro. That's what
Luckily,
they say.
you got
It's just a game. That's what they say. It's just a game. I look at that and I say, because I've gone on record multiple times saying this, the only thing a man has in this world is his peace.
Yeah.
That's it. The world demands everything else. All we have is our peace. And video games is one of the many ways where we seek peace. We can just shut off our brains, enjoy ourselves for a little bit. And these girlfriends, I use that term loosely, looser than a hungover poop. Freaking delete these things and either think it's funny or they think, well, now you have more time to spend with me. The reason we play video games is to escape you.
But even then, I can see if they were going to delete the friggin' your World of Warcraft characters and then just your BJ's on demand. You know what I'm saying? Fine.
That never happens though.
I don't think a lot of guys would be mad at that. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, okay, fine. Hey, I'll make a deal. I'll give you, if she says that she'll give you friggin' BJ's on command if you delete your World of Warcraft guys, most guys would. But that's never, ever, 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 ever how it works. Guys, here, check this out.
All night. He has to get smokes, and he thinks he's going to be raiding all night. But let's see about that.
Oh, God.
And this is why you never leave your computer open, guys, ever. Don't trust these chicks as far as you can throw them. See? How does she know his password?
All he does is
No, it
sit
just says
on
type
this
delete.
stupid computer and play this stupid game. And I'm getting sick of it.
Look at that, guys.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Look at that. This shit, she's a demon. All those hours. Yeah.
My heart goes out to that guy. My heart goes out to that guy.
All those hours gone. All those hours gone. Cooked.
Oh, man.
Damn.
What's up,
It takes a lot. It takes a lot to get a reaction like that from a dude.
Yeah.
And what she did, that is, I don't like using this term.
Bloggers are
That's
calling it
abuse.
the death of physical media. Sony, the company behind the PlayStation, announcing this.
What is playing? Sorry.
No, it's all, but if you took a look at how easy it was to delete that account, it's even easier for them to do it on the other end.
Yeah.
Because now you have to have an internet connection to play a game. You have to have it. What is to stop Sony or Microsoft from looking up your account and for whatever reason, for whatever infraction, they can turn off your account. They can deny access to the game that you pay for.
Yeah.
You get an email saying, we accuse you of wrongthink. As we investigate this, we're not going to let you pay the game that we charge you $150 to play.
Yeah.
So sorry.
Yep. And it's not like they're going to give you your money back. If you think that, guys.
You've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked. Bamboozled. Led astray. Run amok.
And,
it just doesn't make any sense.
Dude, that's nothing new. During the PS3 era, they had an exclusive contract with Discovery. So you could go onto the PS3 store and buy exclusive stuff from the Discovery Channel. People were buying it. And out of the blue, one day, Sony sent out an email saying, so sorry, our contract with Discovery is now null and void. It expired or whatever. We are deleting this stuff. We're deleting it from your account. Really, we feel bad about that. No refunds. No refunds.
So,
thanks for the money, yo.
damn.
Oh,
Steve says that Sony just deleted 500 movies that people bought on PlayStation, like Terminator 2. Damn. Yikes.
Oh, man. You want to know why? You want to know why they deleted Terminator 2? It's a freaking documentary now. They don't want people witnessing what is going to happen in the future.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I don't get it, guys. And these young kids are like, oh, digital only. Yeah, so wait, I was like, are you stupid? Are you dumb? Like
I got a
maybe
theory.
they're just not used to just having sentimental things. You know what I mean? Your favorite skateboard from when you were like a little kid, or your favorite I don't know, your favorite baseball bat from Little League. You know what I'm saying? Like, you want to have these things, these games that you bought that were that were really good. You accomplish something by beating them, so you have them just sitting behind you. You know, so
yeah, it freaking sucks, man. Like, and I got a theory on this. Because of the stunt that Sony is pulling, I am willing to bet dollars to donuts we are going to see an explosive rise in piracy.
Yes.
I'm talking, I am talking ROMs. I am talking freaking bootlegs. Yo, there's gonna be this huge black market of, I'm willing to bet CDRs, DVDRs are going to just freaking be flying off the shelves once this plan gets set into motion. I'm willing to bet anything. We're gonna have a physical copy black market. I think it's gonna happen.
Thing that us guys don't like with our hobbies is feeling cheated.
Oh, yeah.
Even if a guy is a multi-millionaire, he still doesn't like feeling cheated. Put a one. If you guys agree, this goes for any hobby. Paintball, right? Cars. You're working on cars, guys, right? Let's just say you have $1 million. You're working on a Chevelle, and all of a sudden, I don't know, the company that makes the seats triples the price. It's like, it's not about it's the principle that's the problem. It's not about the money. All of us who play games now, well, maybe Keyshawn's, he's a little bit younger, but all of us guys, we have disposable income, right, guys?
Yeah.
With me, it's not about the money. It's the principle that's the problem.
Yeah.
I still think, like, you know, when I was mowing lawns back when I was 15 years old to buy games. You know what I'm saying? Like, what was I getting out of it? You know, it's the principle. That's
I worked to get a brand new copy of Final Fantasy Chronicles back for the PS1. I worked and I saved up for that game. And the reason why was because that had Chrono Trigger. Chrono Trigger, even back then, was still, you had to have like $100 to like $200 to buy a physical copy on eBay. And so I wanted like to play it at home. Video stores were closing down, and or you, like, have you ever rented an RPG from a freaking video store?
Yeah.
So it's Friday. You're hopping on your bike. You go to the video store. You're just hoping that the copy of Final Fantasy III is available, and you're hoping that the last person who rented it didn't delete your save. You had to put so much freaking trust into the system, and you go there. It's not there. It's been missing for a month. Yeah, the guy who rented it freaking stole it. It's in someone else's collection now. That is the system. That's the freaking system. And so Now, well, nobody wants to mow lawns to make money to save to buy stuff anymore, that's frustrating within its own right.
Yeah. It's messed up.
Sony says that all games for PlayStation consoles will be released in digital format only beginning in 2028. But as our Ian Hardwitt finds at one shop, there's something nostalgic about owning a physical copy.
First try.
Super
Spruce 'em up a
Metroid.
little bit.
When the cartridge doesn't work, Mason Berry says blowing on it is actually the worst thing you can do.
Yeah, these pins do corrode.
Blasphemy.
Barry likes to share. It's why he started Cardinal Gaming 10 years ago and still works out of the New Cut Road location.
Let's go play through this game that I remember playing as a kid with my kids, so it's super fun. We'll have Super Nintendo carts that 50 years from now, that are still working, and you're still able to pick them up and play them just like you would, when they were released.
But that sort of future may not stick around. Sony announced starting in 2028, all its games will be digital downloads over the internet. Sony calls the shift for PlayStation natural. There's not as many physical sales going on, and you can see
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
that on the shelves here. All these Blue Spines are PS4 games, and the newer PS5 games, well, there's just not as many of them coming in the door. Brian Beam's here to complete his original Nintendo collection. He just started losing to his kids in Mario Kart.
So we got a Switch 2 for my family. The kids love it, but that's my last new system.
Because he says he doesn't feel like he owns a digital download. It may not be available forever.
At this point, for most games,
Good God. We are looking into the looking glass, people. God. Yeah, I feel like I need some holy water for my freaking monitor.
What is going on, guys?
Lucy Thomas came in for a PlayStation 4 just so she could play one disc on it.
that should, I think, stay a big part of gaming. It's part of the culture, and if you get rid of the
AJ.
culture in gaming, that kind
What is going on?
How much do you want to bet that this guy at one point in a game store went, "Don't call me sir, it's ma'am. I am a woman. Hear me roar. I'm taking the belt from Hulk Hogan."
Yeah.
I'm not here to talk about my transition. I'm here to kick some ass.
I am oppressed.
Tim Hicks, I had a TurboGrafx. I just don't know where it went, and I'm looking at buying a Turbo Duo, but they're going for like $1,100. I'm like, I've always wanted one. You know what I'm saying? I've always wanted.
I did too.
Wanted one, yeah. So
The-
I
the
just might
one
say
si-
screw it for my birthday this year and just buy myself one and just say screw it. So
The one system that I always wanted, Neo Geo.
yeah.
Always
Have you
wanted
seen
one of those.
The re-release that they made. Yeah. I know Lenny and my brother and a couple other guys have pre-ordered one. So yeah.
of takes away everything else, honestly.
The digital move also keeps buyers corralled in fewer markets and eliminates the secondary one entirely.
Just like any hobby, you want to be able to hopefully get some sort of return back out of it.
But Barry says the biggest return comes from the decades of joy and nostalgia.
If you want something on the shelf or you want something that is yours and you can pass down or give away or give it to a friend or have a good time being able to share games, we're definitely losing that.
A loss that comes as the company's gain. Reporting in Louisville, Ian Hardwitt for
These news, they don't get it. Like nostalgia is just 1% or less than 10% of the argument. It's not, it's because we won't be able to own the things that we are forced to purchase. We're giving these companies money, and in exchange, they can take it away at any time for any reason. That's the issue. We don't want to pay for the license. We want to pay for the freaking game. Nostalgia is just.
Look at this.
Oh yeah, no, dude.
Yeah,
This
guys.
article is hilarious. It got released a couple like about a week, maybe 2 weeks after Sony made the announcement that they were that they were killing games or physical discs. The timing on this was too freaking perfect.
Dude, this game discs deserve to die. We cannot protect a dying medium, but we can try and make our digital future more consumer friendly.
No
This
such thing.
is slop. This is BS. Look at that. PlayStation's done with this, and it's a travesty for game preservation and game ownership. Despite the deserve, are they trying to say fervor? Furor?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Hang on. AJ, give me a second.
No.
Hang on. It's a
Fervor is
word.
a word.
Furor or furor. It looks like furor. Looks like furor. How freaking appropriate.
Hold on.
It is a word. A general commotion, public disorder, or uproar. Violent anger. Frenzy.
Okay.
I
thought it was
passionate.
fervor.
Yeah. It's a word. I thought that was a typo, but FUROR is a word.
Yeah. We can't hold on these scratch-prone optical frisbees as our saving grace. This, our dying medium, it's time that we think beyond for the sake of gaming's future.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
Sony told
screw you
gamers
two.
on Wednesday that they won't be able to buy any new physical copies of new games. The news hits fans hard. I'm right there with them.
The lie detector
you're not.
determined that was a lie.
I regularly bask in the glow of my collection of physical games sleeved and their colorful plastic packages adorning my shelves, and some games in my collection are not available in any other format than their original blah, 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 blah. Game preservation has relied on disc, but the physical medium is terrible for keeping gaming memory alive.
The lie detector determined that
What?
was a lie.
Look at that. Compared to
That
to
is
other stores-
literally how you keep it alive.
Yeah.
You freaking moron.
So compared to other storage options, games discs are cumbersome and easily damaged. No, they're not. That's why there's cases. Guys, I have Sega CD games from 1990 that still work.
Yeah, it's called being an adult. The only reason why the physical media gets damaged is because it's owned by irresponsible people. This is not an argument.
Look
God,
that.
what a freaking idiot.
In an ideal world, digital media could remain accessible as long as you keep transferring it between drives. If they let you, you dunce. Beyond today's coterie of collectors and physical media enthusiasts, game discs are already outmoded in this age of speedy SSD storage and more portable, high-capacity NAND flash storage. So the reason a minority of dedicated gamers stick with discs is a sense of ownership. Well, that's not a minority. What are you talking about?
It's like 95% of the gaming community. So once again, we are seeing an example. Apparently, we are the proud members of the illustrious bottom 95% club. There, I can talk today. The illustrious bottom 95% club. That's how they see us.
Yeah.
Because if you don't have 100% of the public support, you're in the minority. This guy has no idea what he's talking about.
No,
he's
but this is the basic gaming shill media. Some absolute woke goofball, right? That probably likes woke, stupid games and wants to see more dudes freaking blowing each other in the video games. It's just ridiculous. The reality is that any digital content that you purchase on PlayStation Store, the game or movie, is a license to play it or watch it on Sony's consoles, and they can revoke its licenses for any reason at any time. So there's a constant fear that you could lose access to the games you bought. But in this day and age, discs just aren't the best solutions to that ongoing problem, please.
That's the perfect solution. That's the perfect solution. If you own the physical copy, so long, it's not that way anymore, because even if you own the game disc, if it's connected to the internet, they can still revoke the license. They still have that power. We're paying for licenses, not the actual game itself.
Yeah. Look at that. Sony's getting raked over the coals for its decades-old promise to support used games, but it belies the broader industry trends. Analyst firm Ampere reports that back in 2013, at the time of the PS4's launch, only 13% of game purchases were digital. Fast forward to today, and Sony claimed its latest annual report that of all sales through March 13th, the 31st, 78% were digital sales.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
So the reason for this shift goes beyond convenience. Gamers have realized discs offer a little benefit, especially when many titles aren't completely stored on disc.
The lie detector determined that was a
Oh my
lie.
Whose fault is that? I mean, I think now. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that they get the 70%. I think a lot of that was from the pandemic, or from the sorry. I stopped myself, from the great unpleasantness, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, exactly. The stores were freaking closed. They forced our hand. We had no choice. Now they're using that as a statistic to justify the freaking bonkers decision to take away our right to own stuff.
Look at this. Here's the problem. Many of today's AAA titles, and guys, put a 1 if you agree that the majority of AAA titles are absolute trash now. That's why all these
garbage.
studios are going out of business. Look at that.
No, Microsoft just laid off over 30,000 employees. The AAA gaming deserves to crash at this point.
Yeah.
It deserves to crash. Take Call of Duty, for example. Do you know what was the last good Call of Duty game? Did you ever play it?
I don't know, man. I don't know. I haven't played since Modern Warfare 1, so.
In my opinion,
and then I played Call of Duty World at War.
Oh, that was a good one.
Yeah, the World War II one.
Yeah, Black Ops 2 for me. I gave up after Black Ops 2.
Look at Nintendo. They're still doing a whole bunch of physical sales.
Good. No, again, I know I repeated myself here, but Nintendo has been given the golden goose. All they got to do is not butcher it.
Yep.
If they were to design a platform that still required physical media, they would buy back the goodwill of gamers forever. I'm giving 50-50 odds that they're actually going to do that, though. I mean, Nintendo hasn't had a really good track record of making good decisions.
Not at all.
Not since the SNES. After SNES, I know there's people out there who freaking love the Nintendo 64.
Yeah.
It was a good system. PS1 was better. It was a better product.
Yeah, but the problem was that they went with cartridges, and that's the dumbest move that Nintendo ever made.
Well, again,
because remember that the PlayStation started out as an add-on to the Super Nintendo.
Yeah, I actually saw the Nintendo PlayStation. I was at a retro gaming convention, and I got to see an actual Nintendo PlayStation.
Yeah.
That was one of the dumbest decisions that they made. And then after that, they followed it up with the GameCube. Great system. I freaking love the GameCube. But they made a huge mistake. At the time when the PlayStation 2 and the Xbox came out, they had something that was very appealing. They were DVD players. Now, at the time, DVD players were ridiculously expensive. It was the new hotness. It was a big deal. And Nintendo went, no, we're going to go a different route. We're going to go with these mini discs. And they had a great library. But PlayStation 2 library was better. I'm just going to flat out say it. Xbox was, I hated the Xbox, but that's just me, my opinion. Yeah, then they went with the Wii, which was just, that was a freaking gimmick. It was a gimmick. And God, I have
no. The Wii put them back in the right direction, though.
It did.
Because
It
this
did,
whole-
but
a whole bunch. It made them a whole bunch of money, but doing the Wii U next, that was the big goof right there. Nobody bought that damn thing. And when the GameCube went with mini discs, that was stupid too. So
It
they
was.
just made all these dumb moves and then got back on track with the Wii. And then the Wii U was trash. And now they have the Switch, and the Switch 2 is just an absolute joke. You know?
Yeah, I gave up on Nintendo. I hate to say it because during the console wars, I was all in on Nintendo. I was a Nintendo guy. Like I was like in the schoolyard, I defended Nintendo with every fiber of my being. And I never got into a fight with a Sega kid, but I did look down on the Sega people. No offense to anyone in the chat who was a Sega guy growing up. I forgive you of your ignorance.
But as dumb as Nintendo was, Sega was even worse, though. They made some really stupid decisions. And when they made the Saturn, which I still have mine right here, the way that they built the Saturn and they just made it so hard to make games for, it's like, why? It just doesn't make any sense. So, but
they were trying to. I think they were trying to reinvent the wheel because the tech just wasn't there yet. The Sega CD was a very ambitious system, but the fact is, two things. It was working. There were two things that were working against Sega at the time. First off, the tech, it just wasn't there yet. And second, they had a really bad library of games. They went hardcore into FMV. I love FMV. I love me a good slice of cheese.
Yeah, the Sega CD had a couple of really good bangers though, but most
Snatcher was a great. I still play Snatcher.
But the thing about the Saturn is that instead of making a really good processor that can do everything, they took an above average 2D and then mediocre 3D processor and slapped them on top of each other, and you had to program for both. Yes, thank you, Steve. Yeah. It was designed for 2D. They bolted 3D on last minute. Facts. Yep.
Well, it makes sense why they
had
did
to basically make two games at the same time. It was horrible, right? And then people looked at the PlayStation and they're like, "Well, this is so much easier to make games for." That's like, why did Square go to PlayStation? Because they looked at the cartridges and we're like, we can't make games for these. There's not enough memory.
No, discs were the future. Discs were the future. And they made the right call because Square ended up making some of the most legendary games. I believe PS1 was 5th generation, right? I think.
Atari, Nintendo. 3rd or 4th.
I'm taking a look now. 5th generation. Because I think 1st gen was Pong machines.
Yeah, like Pong, and then they had ColecoVision.
Yeah, like I think it was Pong, Atari, Nintendo, Super Nintendo. Yeah, you have to include the Pong machines in there.
Yeah.
For 5th gen. Okay. Oh man, that was a time to be alive. Like my first system was an Atari 2600.
Yeah.
I remember when I was a kid having that cheap rubbery joystick playing Keystone Capers on the 2600.
You guys remember this thing, the Odyssey?
Yeah, that was
one of these.
Oh man.
And have the gun that looked like an actual gun. Yeah, look at that.
Oh man.
The Odyssey light gun looks like an actual gun, dude. Look at that. Look at that. Yeah.
Oh man, it was such a better freaking time because the companies had the right idea. Release a quality platform and then create a library of quality games that people want to play. Don't try to force slop down their throats. Let the freaking product speak for itself.
Guys,
Was this
all
oh
these
that
games,
yeah.
WCW versus NWO Revenge, WCW versus NWO World Tour, and then a WrestleMania 2000. These some of the best wrestling games of all time.
Oh yeah.
Of all time.
Yeah. Well, some of the best wrestling of all time too.
Yeah.
Oh
so
God,
good, dude. These games are
oh,
so
that
much
was
fun.
so much fun.
We
I
used to spend
remember
hours playing these.
I remember it was a Friday, and our parents gave me and my brothers a ride to the local video store to pick up a game. We were looking around for the Super Nintendo WWF Monday Night Raw. We were freaking out. Because the game was new. It was in. We played it all weekend. It was so much freaking fun. Yeah. Oh, the 32X.
Yeah, I still have my 32X, guys. I actually have it right here. Yeah. I bought it brand new back in the day, and I bought it hook, line, and sinker. But I wanted a Turbo Duo, man. I still want one to this day. Yeah,
man.
It just costs an arm and a leg now, but they're so cool though, and they have some really great games too. But I have an emulator that I emulate too. But
emulation, like right now, the game that I'm playing, I have no interest in GTA 6. I'm not going to buy it. I am actually playing, like, modding is so freaking cool right now. I'm playing something called Final Fantasy 6 Edition. It pretty much, dude, the game, it's hard. They added a massive challenge to the game. They redid the dialogue. They added new character skins. They added some quality of life improvements. I'm having a freaking ball playing it. I played it for like 3 hours last night. And I would rather play a mod of Final Fantasy VI than any of the garbage that AAA is releasing right now.
Yeah.
Modding, emulation, all of that stuff is going to be freaking massive. Oh!
Yeah. Guys, what we need to figure out is, like, the industry as a whole is cooked. This is what people aren't understanding. What Locke said. A big crash is coming. Guys,
deservedly.
90% of all gamers have played a remake or a remaster this year. People are not buying new games. There's game guys. Here's the Critical Drinkers video. He's gonna sum this up perfect. He just dropped this today. But guys, everything that made games crash back in the 80s is happening right now.
Mm-hmm.
And it's crazy because in the 80s, video games weren't a part of the zeitgeist. It wasn't acceptable. Video games are a part of our society. It's a multi-billion-dollar industry. And there's going to be a crash. How many layoffs have we seen with all these studios? You know what I mean?
They deserve it too.
Yep.
Well, the 1980s crash was a little different. The 1980s crash was because of a massive oversaturation of consoles and crap games. This crash is going to be a little different because you could argue there's an oversaturation, especially with Steam, with home brewers, with independent game companies and all that stuff. This one is different because of the complete abolition of physical media. But this one,
I think that's the final nail in the coffin. But instead of an oversaturation of consoles and shit games, now it's just an oversaturation of shit games.
That is, I'll concede that point. Yeah,
more than yes, we have the big three. We have the Switch, we have the Xbox, well, Xbox isn't doing it much anymore. And play PlayStation when there's nothing really to play right now. What's the point?
Yeah,
and they're screwing us over on the physical media. We don't need them, guys. They need us.
Yeah, and there's only one title that they are really backing the horse. They took their entire bankroll. They're putting it on 0-0 at the roulette wheel. GTA 6.
Yeah.
That is the only ace they have in the hole right now. And because of the way that they're releasing it, it's a game, a AAA title that's going to be online, digital only. You still got to pre-order it, though. For some reason, they're still taking pre-orders on a freaking download-only game. Try to make sense of that. If you can, I'll give you an intergalactic space penny. But there is no way that GTA 6 is going to save the industry. Especially now, after this, people have already started canceling their PS Plus subscriptions. I think I've been hearing stories of people canceling their pre-orders for GTA 6. People are furious right now.
Yeah. I just like the fact that guys, video games aren't like Hollywood, where they can just write off these. I mean, studios got this influx of cough money. And we're making all these crap movies, but they have hundreds. I mean, they have like 100+ years of history and stuff, and they have all these different ways in the movie industry that they can cook the books, lie about numbers, and say, video games aren't that same way. Ubisoft is getting cooked. All these studios, they've blown so much money. They're cooked. They're cooked, guys.
And they destroyed the goodwill of the consumer base.
Yes.
You have to understand, like, we're seeing this across major entertainment franchises and in the video game industry as a whole. They took decades of goodwill with the fan base, and within the span of less than a decade, they didn't burn the bridges. They tactically nuked them from orbit.
Yeah. Yep.
They nuked the good. How do you do that?
I don't get it. I don't. Between the whole woke video games and Sweet Baby Inc. and all this crap, it's just ridiculous. Like we gamers don't ask for much.
We don't.
We really don't. And how are you trying to cater to women and LDHD TVs who pride themselves on not buying things anyways, right? Like all the wokey wokes, they all hate capitalism, blah, blah, blah. What are you going to try and cater to them who's not going to spend money on your game? Why?
Because they believe that was the new market, that was going to be the most profitable one. And all they had to do was cave into every single one of their demands. And what did we get out of it? We got crap games with ugly female protagonists.
Yeah.
They screwed up Lara Croft. How do you do that?
Yeah, I don't get it.
You just need a blue tube top and some booty shorts and a couple of Berettas. That's it. And they screwed it up to placate the egos of a bunch of spoiled children who have never known a day of oppression in their lives for a consumer base that doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Like, how many people were like, what was that? What was it? Baldur's Gate 3 or something? The one with the one I'm talking about, right? With the orc
binaries or whatever. Yeah. Guys, what was it? It was
Was it Baldur's Gate?
No, it was Dragon Age something. Veilguard. Right. The Veilguard or whatever. What was it called? It was like
God.
Yeah, Dragon Age the Veilguard.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you can tell how much I've been following AAA titles lately.
Cooked.
Oh yeah.
Cooked.
No,
The game got
I withdrew from the console wars about, I don't know, 7 or 8 years ago. And it wasn't because of the garbage games.
Yeah.
It didn't help. But one of the biggest reasons why was because video games are no longer mind-blowing.
Yeah.
You were there for it. You were there. You saw the transition from 8-bit to 16 to 32 to HD to 4K. It was mind-blowing. It was impressive.
But I would argue though that like the graphical transition was impressive, fine, but it's always been like all the most fun games though, your graphics and all that other stuff were always secondary. You know what I mean? Like how do you think that Nintendo having the weakest system for the last 20 years, other years, has managed to do so well? It's because they focus on gameplay, right? Yeah. So like you'll have a Metroidvania game, so like Symphony of the Night is still fun. The graphics aren't as good as like a newer game, right? But what we've always been able to, we know what a good game is, guys, right? Okay, I was like Locke, you'll go back and play Final Fantasy VII, even though the graphics are
I'm a
trash
6 guy
to today, right? What I'm saying though is a good game just doesn't necessarily mean shiny new graphics, and that's what these video game companies don't understand. I'd rather have a mediocre looking game but with really good gameplay and really good story than some really good game some really good looking game that sucks in all other regards.
Yeah, I mean, that's true. I just got tired. Nobody has the scrote to take risks anymore with a new concept.
Well, all the games cost so much money now. It's like Hollywood, you know?
Yeah, everything is sequels, remakes, reboots, and remasters. I don't want to play a remastered game. Like when I found out that they were doing a pixel remaster of Final Fantasy VI, my heart broke a little bit. You don't need to remaster it.
Yeah.
It's great the way it is.
Yeah, I don't even like watching Blu-ray or HD movies. If I'm watching Indiana Jones, I want to see how it usually looks. You know what I'm saying? Don't do the Blu-ray. It looks weird to me. Yeah,
you watch it on VHS.
Yeah. Do you is correct? Guys, video games are the same as Hollywood. They're doing the exact same stupidity as Hollywood. They just don't have the money, the financial backing, right, and the safety net that Hollywood has. They don't have the history. They don't have
they don't have the legacy.
Yes. Yep. So
Crash of 1983 was one of the most disastrous events in the whole history of the industry, wiping out more than $3 billion worth of revenue, causing multiple companies to go bankrupt and about 15,000 people to lose their jobs. The fallout from this one event took years
hit the like button, guys,
to recover from, caused a seismic shift in the balance of power across the industry, reshaping it to such an extent that the effects are still being felt today. But even that pales in comparison to what's happening right now. Since 2022, the games industry has lost over 45,000 jobs, mostly in North America.
45,000 jobs, guys.
Good start.
45,000. Look at that.
America and Europe, more than 30 development studios have shut their doors forever, and at least 2/3 of AAA studios have conducted mass layoffs, restructures, and downsizing over the past 5 years.
Cooked.
In 2025 alone, the industry shed more jobs than the entire video game crash of the 1980s.
Cooked.
And it's kind of interesting to compare these two events. The crash of 83 happened because the industry had become bloated and overstretched. Overconfident game studios had invested ridiculous amounts of money in high-profile projects that failed spectacularly, and the market had become oversaturated with low-quality, low-effort garbage designed purely to bilk money out of people that gradually turned the audience away.
Sounds familiar, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Sound familiar, anyone? Well, that brings me neatly along to what I want to talk about today. Why the video game industry is in such a fucking mess. But just before I commence my rant, a quick word from today's sponsor. And protect. The first and most obvious problem with the modern gaming industry is the frankly absurd development costs of AAA titles now, and it's tough to think of a better example than Concord, Sony's disastrous 2024 first-person shooter that was in development for 8 years and reportedly had a budget of $400 million.
What you just said.
$100 million.
That's the GDP of an impoverished nation.
$400 million.
How? How?
Like on a video game. That's so crazy. And that's not including the marketing and all that other stuff, you know?
It's a Waterworld mentality. I mean, they try, maybe they're trying to use the expense as a selling point. We spent $400 million on this game. It must be good.
Yeah. Yep.
Is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard.
The game was expected to become a tentpole title that would expand into a massive billion-dollar franchise. Development was dogged by a culture of toxic positivity where critical feedback was ignored, failure was considered impossible, and the studio spent more money than a drunken sailor because in the end, it would all be worth it.
You sure about that?
Well, it wasn't. Concord flopped on release. Reviews were lukewarm at best, and the game peaked at 700 active users on Steam. Within a week, it had dropped to less than 200, and within a month, Sony shut down the servers and pulled the plug on the entire thing. Well, that was $400 million not well spent. Concord was one of the worst examples of bloated budgets, overconfident developers, toxic positivity, and sheer fucking hubris ever seen, but it's hardly an isolated example. Skull and Bones, an open-world pirate game with...
I didn't even know this came out. I didn't even know Skull and Bones even came out, guys. And they spent more than Sony spent on Concord.
Of course, live service elements made by Ubisoft released the same year had an official production budget of $200 million, but a decade of delays, restructures, and creative dithering put the rumored final budget anywhere from $650 to $850 million.
What?
$800 million, guys.
What?
What a joke. What
kind of a game requires almost $1 billion to create? What kind of a game requires that amount of money? I figure if I'm going to be paying for a game that costs that much money, it should come with a freaking butler with it. Sorry, man. Yeah, I apologize.
With a sex bot.
Yeah, exactly. There should be a butler with it. Just be like,
oh God, oh man.
Holy shit, man. If I was a Ubisoft investor, I'd be physically sick if I heard those kinds of numbers. Skull and Bones eventually released to weak reviews, debuted at number 4 in the UK charts, and never really picked up. On Steam, it reached an all-time peak of 2,615 concurrent players.
Yikes.
Jesus, I get more than that on a Q&A stream, and I'm a drunken dickhead. Or how about Suicide Squad Killed the Justice League, a spin-off from the Arkham series?
This game pissed me off big time. If there's one group of games that I like is the Arkham games. Arkham Knight, I got tired of the Batmobile sections, so I didn't finish it. You know what I'm saying? But, dude, man, what were they thinking,
That swapped the tight single-player narrative campaign of the Arkham games for an open-world online experience with live service elements.
I hate so much about the things that you choose to be
Once again, a game that was trapped in development hell for years, with shifting priorities and new ideas constantly pushing back the release date, blighted by a culture of toxic positivity where obvious problems and shortcomings were largely ignored, and sucking up more and more resources as the sunk cost fallacy proved itself yet again. The end result was a fucking disaster that lost Warner Brothers over $200 million and managed to piss off pretty much the entire Arkham fan base with its, questionable treatment of Batman. The fact that Sweet Baby Inc. consulted on it probably didn't endear it to players much, but that's a discussion for another day. And I'll be having that fucking discussion, believe that. Or how about Marvel's Avengers that cost
I forgot all about this game too. This was one of the first like major disasters. Because guys, this was straight up when the MCU was like huge. This is like 2018, 2019.
Oh wow.
This game, it was gonna come out and change the game, and then you played the Avengers for like the first 10 minutes, and then you played Miss Marvel. And the next, like, what is this? Who is this chick I'm playing as? People were pissed.
Oh, they put a lot of like they were pushing Miss Marvel or Captain Marvel?
Miss Marvel.
Okay. Yeah, no, because I remember like on the movie side, they were pushing Captain Marvel to an absurd degree.
Yeah.
And I actually paid to watch Captain Marvel in the theater because I knew it was going to be bad.
Hold on. They led us to believe that you had to watch Captain Marvel to know what was going to happen in
you didn't.
Infinity War. No. In between Infinity War and Endgame.
Yeah, and you know what Captain Marvel contributed to the plot of Endgame? She got a haircut.
Yeah.
That was it.
You walk out of the movie, and guys,
you've been had, you've been took, you've been hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray, run amok.
What a joke. That movie was an absolute joke.
That movie impressed me. I have never seen a movie go out of its way to make every wrong decision. Every wrong decision that movie made. And I'm just watching this going, this is a train wreck. Like I can't look away. I can't look away. I am just impressed who greenlit this?
Yeah. And then you guys remember when it showed that the entire cast hated Brie Larson? All the interviews, they're all like, get this bitch out of here.
They were pushing Brie Larson so hard. They wanted you to like Brie Larson. But you take one look at Brie Larson and go, yeah, you're the chick at the party that I avoid.
You know who was the best thing that happened to Brie Larson, Locke?
Getting fired from the MCU?
Rachel Ziegler. Because nobody remembers Brie Larson because Rachel Ziegler is so insufferable now.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Oh my God. So what they did was they decided to put out the oil fire by making a bigger oil rig fire next to it.
Yeah. And now nobody talks about Brie Larson. All people focus on is that ugly Bella Ramsey and then that goofball Rachel Ziegler. So
$170 million and flopped spectacularly because of shitty gameplay and again, live service crap that absolutely nobody asked for. Honestly, I could go on and on with this stuff, but you get the point here. AAA games are becoming so ridiculously expensive to develop that they're starting to run into the same exact problems that are slowly bankrupting Hollywood's. For a start, the numbers just don't add up. When you've pumped so much money into a project that the break-even point becomes fanciful at best, then you've created your very own Kobayashi Maru, a scenario where it's impossible to win no matter what you do. The solution? Find ways to squeeze even more money out of the customer. That means live service features.
Yep.
Oh, you already spent $70 on our game, huh? Well, that's nice and all, but you really need to buy the latest campaigns, skins, and equipment if you want to get the full experience. And you want the full experience, don't you?
You sure about that?
Honestly, games with this kind of shit turn me.
I can't count the number of people who went out of their way and were crazy excited to be able to play as Nicki Minaj in Call of Duty. You know why? Because there was nobody to count.
Hey guys, someone says, what about Captain African America, right? We knew that movie would be trash.
Oh,
guys, type
God.
trash in this chat right now if you knew for a fact that Captain America Brave New World was going to be trash. Guys, at the end of Endgame, he was supposed to give Bucky the shield, but then they changed it at the last minute. That's the dumbest thing that they could have ever done.
Yeah, why would you give the shield to the man who saved your life multiple times against Hydra during World War II? What, why on earth would you ever pass the torch to your best friend from childhood?
But I just don't get like they're like, oh, well, the Falcon had the shield in the comics. Yeah, and it didn't work then. And nobody bought those either. So what are you talking about?
They don't care. They don't care. Red Letter Media said it best. Don't ask questions. Just consume product.
Yeah. Yep. And if you don't like it, you're an istphobe.
Yeah.
It's just ridiculous.
Yeah, you're
It's not
depending on whether or
anymore.
not depending on the election year, you're some type of ism. I think this year it's racism. I think next year they're going back to fat phobia for the next election.
Yep.
You're faster than a Whoopi Goldberg sex tape. Because it's nothing but a transparent attempt to squeeze you for more cash. And don't even get me started about always online connectivity where you feel like you're playing with some faceless corporation leaning over your shoulder, analyzing and judging everything you do. It also leads to both the sunk cost fallacy and a culture of toxic positivity where you're forced to throw more and more money at a struggling project just to get the thing over the finish line, and criticism is mostly ignored because nobody wants to admit that what they're making isn't working.
Guys, this is the thing. Guys, do you ever think that, like, some of these movies and stuff, especially if they're in post-production and like the sound editors and the stuff, they're looking at each other like, what is this crap?
I hope so.
Is this what my career has got me to, is working on this crap?
Yeah.
What is going on?
It's garbage. It's garbage. And I personally, I miss the days of really good single player campaigns. I hate playing games online. I freaking hate it.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
Yeah, I tried GTA 5 online. I really tried to get into it because it was a cool idea, but I refused to pay for skins. I refused to pay for shark cards. And it's pretty much a lot of these online games, they are designed for, you don't have to pay for the perks. You can earn them through XP, and you try that. But you always get thrown into a server with people who have nothing better to do with their money than buy all their stats. You're driving around trying to make sense of everything. What ends up happening? Someone launches a bazooka at your freaking muscle car.
Yeah, yep, that's true.
It's not fun. And they expect you to pay for this experience.
I don't know, man.
Let it burn.
Says, wasn't it Sony execs that said gamers no longer want single player games? Yes.
Yeah, it's it's the modern woman's philosophy. I imagine it, so therefore it's reality.
Yep.
That is the mentality of the world today. I imagine something, I assume it's true, therefore it's true. I don't need evidence to back it up. If I do need evidence, I will just take a statistic, I will take it out of context, and there will be my concrete evidence, therefore it's true.
Yep.
That is what they do.
Yep.
Because really, when there's hundreds of millions of dollars on the line, who wants to be that one guy who sticks up his hand and says, maybe we should just stop this? It's why so many of these games that probably should have been scrapped end up with insane production budgets, because the studios have thrown so much into them already, it's simply unthinkable to stop. To this day, one of the bravest decisions I can remember was Capcom during the development of Resident Evil 2.
Yeah,
They'd rushed the game
nope.
into development without a clear creative vision, and as deadlines loomed, the general consensus was that it wasn't living up to expectations. On the other hand, they'd already invested a year of dev time and tens of millions of dollars in it, so the pressure was on to get it finished and released. Instead, they scrapped the whole thing and started again.
Over. Yeah, I remember this. Because they had to delay it, and I was pissed. Yeah, but it turned out to be good. Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, that was the like one of the best decisions that Capcom made with the development of RE2.
Yep.
Just say this game sucks, we're redoing it. But dude, if you ever have time, you should take a look at the history of how the community actually finished RE 1.5. They put in years and tons of man hours to actually finish RE 1.5, this version of the game right here. It is insane. And RE2 ended up becoming like one of the best games in the series. I prefer the PS version of RE2 over the remake.
Yeah.
I hope I'm not wrong on that one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think the last Resident Evil that I played was maybe Code Veronica on the Dreamcast. That
was a fun one.
Yeah.
That game
they're
was
actually
silly.
re-releasing that one, so that's actually pretty cool.
Yeah, they're doing the remake for it. I don't know how I feel about that, to be honest. I stopped playing after 7. I was done after 7.
I think that was the last one that I played. So, now Dino Crisis is a lot of fun though. It's hard. Dino Crisis is a lot of fun, but those dinosaurs whoop your ass, man. That's not cool, So, but
I have a soft spot in my heart for Dino Crisis 2. I can't hate.
I don't
Dino
have
Crisis
it,
2.
but I have the first one, but not the second one. So
I picked up my copy at a used media store for $20 back in the day.
Nice.
Oh yeah,
Sacrificing
I still have
time
it.
and money.
It's a great game.
For the sake of quality, and the result was one of the most successful titles in the entire franchise. The lesson here, sometimes it really is worth cutting your losses and starting again. The other major problem with having so much money on the line is that it discourages creativity, innovation, and risk-taking, and pushes developers towards bland, predictable, focus-tested concepts that have already been done a million times before. The gaming landscape today, just like the film industry, is saturated with endless sequels, remakes, and reboots of tired, laid-out franchises, all of them costing insane amounts of money that could have been used on smaller, more interesting projects, and it is so goddamn depressing to watch. Games like Expedition 33 were like a breath of fresh air, because for once, it felt like you were playing a game with genuine artistic intent behind it, willing to explore outlandish ideas and take creative risks, because they could afford to, because the game cost less than $10 million to develop.
Yeah.
Just like low-budget independent...
That's like Obsession and
Backrooms.
All these Backrooms, Get Out, all these movies that cost barely anything and made hundreds of millions of dollars.
That films like Obsession turned
so
into...
it just goes to show the gaming industry right now needs balls.
Yeah.
We need balls back in the gaming industry. And I think this crash will help to make people realize that. I pray.
Or it's going to push people to PC.
Oh, God. I've always tried to avoid becoming a member of the PC master race.
But here's the thing, though. Like, if you could still... if you're going to do digital, why not just do PC?
That is true. There is a lot more freedom with PC. Like, there's this great channel. His name is Civi11, and pretty much he actually does review like a lot of like retro style first person shooter games. Some of those games look absolutely amazing, and they're made by teams of like 5 or 6 people. The indie market, I hope, is going to, that's the last bastion of creativity right now. That is the only place where you can actually still experience true gaming creativity. It's not in AAA anymore. AAA has quadrupled down on the same old slop. It's the definition of insanity. They keep doing the same things over and over and over again and assuming that it's going to end with a different result. But it never does.
I just think that, once again, they start... Have you guys looked at the credits in movies? Now, we're like, who are all these people? Why does the assistant have an assistant? You know what I'm saying?
I was about to say, they're all Korean animators.
I know, right?
Successes because they were produced outside the traditional Hollywood system. So games like Expedition 33 proves that there's absolutely a demand for new, interesting concepts. And if the big players can't or won't deliver it, then someone else will step in and do it for them. The end result of all this bullshit is that the gaming industry has finally reached its breaking point. Too many games have flopped, too much money has been wasted, and the only choice now is to cut the fat or die out. I mean, personally, I'd start by firing absolutely everyone in the HR departments and cancelling all consultation firms, but hey, that's just me. Just like back in 1983, we're witnessing another slow-motion video game crash. The only question is, what the hell is going to emerge on the other sides? Anyway.
Yeah.
I like, honestly, this is the cynic in me. I want, just let it all burn. Let it all burn and see what happens next, because Sony and Microsoft, the cancer is at stage 4.
Yeah.
There is nothing they can do at this point. They have made that's me. That's just what I think.
Let me see. I think Tim Hicks had said that he wanted to call in. Locke, do you want to drop the link for a little bit for like the last 20 minutes?
Yeah, sure.
Guys, anyone who wants to talk about video games, hit the link, guys, and call in.
Yeah, Tim Hicks, come on down.
I just don't understand how it's come to this. I don't.
Oh, I do.
This is like 2 + 2 is 4. You know, don't make crappy games. Make them so that we can buy them and keep them. Because people were already pissed off enough at the fact that, like you had said, you buy a game and the whole game is not even on the disc. You got to download it. You got to patch it from day one. You know what I'm saying? So you're buying an incomplete game.
Yeah, and
it's a joke.
Now, I will add a caveat to that. There is one exception where the patches and stuff don't really bother me, and that is if the game is objectively good. The last time I was unbothered with updates and patches was Red Dead Redemption 2. Red Dead Redemption 2, I was totally cool with it because RDR2 proves that if you have a solid single-player campaign with some good controls and a very immersive story, it's in my opinion, Red Dead Redemption 2 is better than the latest GTA games. That is my opinion, because it is such a great game. There's so much to do. They put a lot of detail and a lot of heart into it, and the story is really freaking good. And the original Red Dead Redemption 2 Redemption from for PS3 and Xbox, also great game. It was a great game. We'd never seen anything like it. But nobody wants, instead they decided to push forth the narrative. They try to give the people what they didn't want and try to tell them, hey, it's like, no, you want this. It's good. We spent $800 million on it.
Yeah, and then they try and bully people. Guys, these are the same people who are trying to bully us and thinking that Lizzo and Des Holiday were We're super mock.
Well, hey AJ, have you considered not being a racist? What's going on, Tim?
Hey, what's up? What's up, fellas? Y'all can hear me?
Yeah, what's up, man?
Loud and clear, man.
All right, cool. Yeah, this gaming thing is crazy, man. Like, it's the end of an era. It's the end of an era.
Yeah, we're grieving.
Tim, do you agree? Like, we don't really ask for much as gamers. We really don't. You know what I mean? Like, this is not hard to please guys who play video games.
Yeah, it's not at all. We just, like, me personally, I like to shoot things. Let me shoot stuff.
God bless America.
You know, like for example, I've had a hard week at work. Today was really rough, right? So like after work, I just want to like log off, pop in like Division, just something I can shoot, just mindless like shoot, blow things up, and just really some just get relaxed and stuff like that. Things I can't do in the real world. Things I can't do in the real world. That's all I want. That's it. All the politics and stuff that go behind it, I can keep it. You know, I can keep all of that stuff, like swapping out the genders and doing all of this and all of that. Yeah, I can keep all of that stuff. I already, you know, that's just politics behind the game and stuff like that. But as far as like the game itself, just make games for the people who support it, and it'll survive. But now you have the problem. I think the main problem is a lot of people who are doing the decisions, they're not gamers, they're businessmen.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
They're agents.
Yeah, that's the problem.
They're agents. They're part of the freaking machine. That's the way I see it, man.
It's so funny because you would think, all right, the bean counters, they're supposed to be the ones that are trying to reel in the creatives to try and make money, right? Mm-hmm. And this is the opposite. You know what I'm saying? Like the corporate overlords are supposed to be like, well, we still need to make money, right? But now the corporate overlords are the ones bringing in Sweet Baby Inc. and all these woke dunderheads, or hiring all these DEI hires to ruin video games.
Yeah, and it's like we were saying earlier, like you're gonna cater to a group of people that don't support the product. So so you're gonna cater to like the woke and all of this stuff and genders and all that. You got to add them in a video game. You got to add them in a movie. But then they don't go see the movie. They don't go buy the video game. Now you lost your fan base because now you pissed them off and just to cater to them, and they don't support it. So where's the win at? Who's winning there? You know?
So, and there is a great way to actually describe the problem. AJ, do an image search for the female writing staff at Rockstar.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So like Grand Theft Auto was one of the most masculine games out there.
Yeah.
It was a game for dudes. You drove around, you could steal cars, you can
go to the strip club, get a hooker, you can do all of that stuff.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
right?
and then Rockstar decided, yeah, maybe men are our target demographic, but we really need to get some more chicks in here because they know how to make games for dudes.
Yeah,
it's just ridiculous.
Unfortunately, like I mean, there are some female gamers out there. There are, but there's not a lot. And have you ever looked on like YouTube and like look at like some female gamers? Like just even the way, like I've seen like this one chick like try to play NBA 2K, and it's just like you don't even know how to play basketball, let alone 2K. Like you don't know how to play actual basketball. Like you know, like
and Twitch. Like Twitch and all of these other services kind of ruined gaming in a way, especially the female streamers. Like what they would do, like the hot tub streams, I think are a good example.
Yeah, they're all whores.
Yeah.
That's why I praise the Lord for prostitutes.
Well, a lot of people don't know. Like this all kind of started like some years ago when Microsoft kind of bowed out of the console wars. This left Sony unchecked. It's just like when WCW went out of business. WWE had that area where they were trash because there's no competition. So now you can just do whatever you want. And this is just the evolution of it.
Yeah. Hey, Tim, you mind if I ask you a question?
Shoot the rock.
Yeah. What was your first console? What was your first system?
Oh, Super Nintendo.
Oh, okay. So you were in the thick of it then.
Yeah, I'm an old head. I'm a little old head. I'm a little old head.
Okay.
But I had the Super Nintendo with the robot, the robotic buddy.
You had Rob?
You had NES?
Yeah, I had Rob. I had
Rob the robot.
Yeah, I have the robots.
Yeah, I actually played
right here,
Gyro
guys.
with the robot. Yeah.
No, I still have the robot right here next to me on the shelf.
You had the little things that spin, and then you were a kid, you didn't pay attention. You touched it, the rubber burned your hands. It gave you like a little burn, like I learned. I touched the stove a couple times. That was my first. I remember getting Zelda, the gold cartridge. And I remember on the ride home from the mall, my dad driving. I was just in the backseat, quiet like a church mouse, just reading that instruction book. My dad was like, "What's wrong with you?" Like, no, I'm just in that instruction book. I remember those things. Like, I like the physical games. Like, there's some digital games. There's times I'm like, I don't feel like leaving my house. I don't feel like going out. I'll buy it online and stuff like that.
Yeah,
but that's
Tim,
very rare.
Tim, do you? Okay, all the digital games I have are like older games that I bought for like $2.99 on the PlayStation.
Exactly. Yes.
I'm like, snap! I've always wanted to play that.
Yeah,
now
exactly.
it's cheap.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't buy. Now I don't buy a lot of things day one just because of too many things flop and stuff like this. I don't buy nothing Ubisoft day one anymore. I don't do Ubisoft day one. And then most stuff I'll just wait to see reviews, see if it's like repetitive stuff like that. Then I go out and get it, stuff like that. But there's some games I will get my money automatically. Like, you drop a God of War, unfortunately, you're gonna get my money. Like you'll have my money, that kind of stuff. But most of the digital stuff I have is just stuff that's like on a deep sale. I don't go like, Wolverine or something like that. Oh, it's digital. No, it's if I'm gonna get it, it's gonna be physical.
Yeah, like pretty much every single game that I have purchased online have been so pretty much the only game that like the most recent game that I purchased online was Valkyrie Profile Lenneth. It was a PS Vita exclusive, and it was $10. Like, Valkyrie Profile, awesome RPG. I freaking love that game. It's got the cheesy 90s voice acting. It was all like anime voice actors. They had no idea what they were doing, but it is such a fun game. I paid $10 for that, so I wouldn't have to scratch up or ruin my the copy that I bought. I bought a whole bunch of stuff off the PS3 store. Like, guys, if you have a PS3 and you're looking for hard to find RPGs, the PS3 store is awesome. It's great for that. And it's one of the few places that I've seen, one of the few online stores that I've seen where you can actually buy Grand Theft Auto 4. You can't get it anywhere else. That's another big...
Yeah, Grand Theft Autos are not fun if you don't have the cheat code. They're not really fun. They drag out. They're not fun if you don't have like the unlimited money, unlimited ammo. They're not really fun. It's like you're playing like a big side quest all the time. You're always on a fetch quest or something like that. I'm not a big GTA fan. The last one I played.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm saying the last one I played was Vice City. That, to me, that was I think that was what, Nico Bellic or something like that. The Nico Bellic one, I believe.
No, yeah. Nico Bellic was 4.
4, yeah. Okay, then that was the last one I played. Yeah.
Vandal Hearts. Amen.
Not
sorry.
Not Vandal Hearts, but there was one for PS1.
Vagrant Story. Animal, mineral, or vegetable.
There you go.
Okay,
dude. Yeah. But there was one where it's like, what was it? Was it Valkyrie Profile?
Yeah, I've been telling you, Valkyrie Profile is an awesome game. And if you want it on PS1, you've got to shell out like $250 to $300 for it. Or you can go on the PlayStation Store and download the Vita version, which isn't as good. It's not as good, but it's better than nothing.
Yeah.
It's like drinking cheap beer when you can't afford the good stuff.
Guys, go and check out Rogue Galaxy. This is a great game. It's a really, 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 really good game. So,
like, because pretty much all I want from my RPGs is I want a nice, complicated story, interesting characters, and I miss turn-based gameplay. I miss the turn-based system. Everything else is real time. That's another reason why I hate the Final Fantasy VII Remake series. I hate it. Everything is real-time battles where you have to do like 15 different things at once just to be able to complete a battle. I hate that.
Well, the thing with the Final Fantasy is it's a cash grab, because if you remember the original, there was 3 discs, right? The first one was more of the story. The second one was the completion. The third disc was pretty much just the ending cinema.
Yeah.
The third disc, that was just the ending cinema. So when they remade it, it was like, hey, 3 discs, we can break this into 3 games. There's like, how can you break that to 3 games when it was really just 3 discs where the story was on a 1 disc really? So now they just found a way. People wanted it, and they like, hey, if we break this into 3 games, $70 a pop, hey, and then that's how you got like that part 2 that's like the fetch question, just like you're doing side missions. That's how you got that.
I freaking hate that.
Yeah, that's how you got that nonsense.
Final Fantasy VII Remake was literally 60 hours long, and it was the first 2 hours of the first disc of the game.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
They padded it out to an insulting degree.
Yeah.
And I just...
I'm sorry. No, go ahead.
It was frustrating. It was frustrating because, like, I like Final Fantasy VII. I'm a Final Fantasy VI guy. I've made that clear. I will, like, in my opinion, that's the pinnacle of the series. I know it's blasphemy to say that, but I don't care. Final Fantasy VII was a great game, but it knew how to pace itself.
Yeah. It gave you all the fluff. It gave you, like, you can chocobo race and you can do all of that stuff. But they just padded that out way too much. And again, it's disappointing for somebody who played the original. It's really disappointing for somebody who played the original. If you played the original, it's disappointing.
It's perfume on a pig.
Yeah.
That's what it is. It's perfume on a pig.
And they just expect us to just buy it. Buy it and play it.
Yeah.
It's like, no, we won't. Guys, this is the thing. What's going to happen is the same thing that happened to Bud Light.
Yeah.
And then they're just going to stop buying it.
Yeah. The problem with that, AJ, is there's not enough people that are going to hold the line and hold true to their word about it. So all these people who are making videos like, oh, I'm done, I'm canceling it. Those are going to be the same people when this all flips out, that PS6 come out. They're going to sit there and be like, hey guys, I had to go buy a PS6 because I had to give you guys content, so I had to do it. I'm sorry. So they're just making videos now because this is the hot topic and it'll get them views. But when that PS6 come out, those same people are going to be in line. They're going to buy that PS6.
I guess my issue once again is if you're going to go all digital, get a PC.
Yeah, but then this is the problem with the PC. Now you're chasing gaming cards and graphic cards, and those can get pricey, right? Right?
RAM has gone out the window right now.
If you're doing PC games, right? Fine.
Mm-hmm.
But once again, if I have a PC, what am I going to wait to get a PS6 for when PS6 games are going to come out on PC eventually?
Yeah, that's the other thing. You got to have patience to wait. Like me personally, I'm not super patient like that to wait like 2 years for a game to drop on PC. Sometimes I may not be patient.
Yeah,
so that could be a problem.
I think that's a lot of people. That's actually pretty fair. I think that's a lot of people right now.
Yeah,
I don't really play a lot of new games, so.
Honestly, I'm playing PS1. I'm playing, like I said, I'm playing Final Fantasy VI mod right now. I have no interest in the slop that they're peddling because it's the same old crap.
Yeah,
it's crap.
Yeah.
Why would I'm sorry, but if I want crap, I can walk outside and see dog thirds on the sidewalk if I want crap that badly.
Yeah.
Plus, it's free.
I mean, the good thing for me is I'm one of the people, like, I'll play a game and then it's like, and then like in the middle of the game, I'll be like, I'll come back to it later. Like Final Fantasy, which one is that? No, it's not 15. The one with Clive, the most recent one that came
You
out
guys
not too
remember
long
Silent Scope, the game?
Oh man, I miss those days.
One of the best arcade games. Do you guys remember that Die Hard arcade game?
Yeah.
Oh man, that game was fun.
Yeah. I have that on Dreamcast.
Oh, that game was awesome,
dude.
Yeah.
Bygone era.
Yeah, you guys remember this game?
What is that? Oh, the Die Hard. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
man, that's what sucks. I mean, we're lucky. We got to grow up in one of the best eras of video gaming imaginable.
Yeah.
This is why this story hits so hard. We were there since almost the beginning.
Yeah. I mean,
there was another game. It was a zombie game that was on the same platform. I mean,
House of the Dead?
No. As this Die Hard game, it was a zombie game. Zombie. What was it called? I think it was not House of the Dead.
House of the Dead was a fun one.
No.
Like, whenever I'm at like an arcade or something, they got House of the Dead. I do 2-player, and I do the Guns Akimbo thing.
Yeah, me too.
You got it. If you have never played House of the Dead, Guns Akimbo, you got to do it. You have to.
Zombies Revenge. This is it. It's the same setup as the Die Hard game, but it's zombies. Sweet.
You get the dropkick zombies.
Yeah. And then you run down the hallway. You got to hit punch, and they go bow. And you can either miss or you. Yeah. Thanks, Steve. Yeah. Zombies
man.
Revenge.
That's what people want. They want a game where you can drop kick zombies.
Yeah, because you can't do it in real life. You know what I mean? Like, let's be real. If the zombie apocalypse happened right now, a lot of us are dying. Like right off the
pretty
rip.
much.
Like, a lot of us are dying right off the rip.
I will trip any 304 who tries to outrun me. You guys know that. You guys know the biggins will always go first.
But first of all, they can't keep quiet, so the zombies automatically go. They can't shut up.
They'll be begging the zombie men to help them.
All the B-dubs will be our buffer. They're all 180, 190 pounds,
Buffaloes,
slow and
man.
loud.
They be
You know what I'm
buffaloes.
saying?
They gonna be too busy chomping on them. I'm like,
we'll play hide behind the B-dub. You know what I'm saying?
And then after the B-dubs will be the feminists, because the feminists are going to look at the zombie men and say, it's your job to protect me. Why are you eating my tattoos?
Yeah,
my nose ring is not good for your digestion.
I mean, luckily for me, I have like a big backlog. Like I was saying, that Final Fantasy, like I played it. All I gotta do is go to the last boss and fight the last boss. I stopped playing it. So like I have an extreme backlog. So when the time comes to stop gaming, I'll just pop in my disc that I currently have and finish out some of the games I have and just do it that way.
That's what's going to happen.
Yeah.
And if there's ever like old school games that you do want to play, again, piracy is going to come back. It is going to come back in a big way. Like there was a huge, I'm not just talking games, I'm talking torrents. It would not surprise me if we get like a return of something like Napster.
Yeah.
And we have MP3s coming back. It's going to happen because people are sick of Spotify. I mean, you could do an entire episode on freaking Spotify, but it's going to come back because the older games are better. And this isn't me being an entitled millennial old man shaking my fist at the clouds. It's a verifiable fact. I mean,
it's true. It's true.
Symphony of the Night. I mean, I've beaten that game 4 times. I still come back to it. At the beginning of the game, I even I can't help myself when Richter Belmont is talking to Dracula. I can't help myself but actually say the lines along with his character. Die, monster. You don't belong in this
You
world.
don't belong in this world. What is a man?
What is a man?
Yeah,
A miserable
I come
little
from
pile of secrets. But enough talk. Have at you.
I come from the gaming era where we didn't have saves. You know.
Yeah,
you
you
didn't have saves.
have those stupid passwords, like those
codes.
those horrible passwords.
It was like,
Oh
you guys
man,
remember?
like you're
It was
talking
24
about like
letters.
the 28 password, the 28
Yeah,
character
the original Metal
password
Gear.
of pure gibberish.
The original Metal Gear, and then like you stayed
Yeah.
up all night, you wrote down the code, but you were tired, and you missed one letter, one
letter,
character,
and
you were
cooked.
done. Yeah.
You were
Or
cooked.
I remember playing Ghosts and Goblins. Me and my cousins staying up all night, and I remember passing out, and we was on the blue board.
You're a masochist.
We was on the blue board, and and I remember falling asleep, and I remember waking up, and my cousin passed it. I was like, "Oh, you passed it!" And then we just kept going. I remember those days, like I come from the day of like, yes, AJ.
Oh,
yes,
River City
Yes.
Ransom. Oh yeah. Look at the River City Ransom one. You guys remember this one?
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah,
I
remember
will.
those,
You know what? I actually gave. I give the Mega Man series a pass because in comparison to something like River City Ransom, the password system for freaking Mega Man was way freaking better.
Yeah. So.
Oh, let's not forget Metroid. You guys ever do Justin Bailey?
Yeah.
Metroid.
Yeah.
Man, Metroid.
Oh, Bionic Commando.
Yeah.
Oh,
that
my
was a good
God.
game too, man.
That was a good game. The remake was trash. The
remake was insulting.
This was the only game for Nintendo where it was better than the arcade. The actual
Bionic Commando.
Bionic
Contra.
Commando arcade game really wasn't the best. And then Contra for the NES was actually better than the arcade. Too.
Yeah.
But Contra's another game that you gotta love pain and misery to play.
But
Contra.
what's
You gotta
crazy
love
though,
those
guys,
games, man.
is I watch a lot of speedrun videos, right? Guys, what kind of tism do you have to have to not only die without, I mean, beat the game without dying, but to speed run the game, not die once?
You ever see
What kind of
somebody speedrun
tism
Super
do you
Mario?
have to have? Huh?
You ever see somebody speed run Super Mario?
Yeah, but have you seen them speed run Mario 3? No warps. They do every single stage and don't die once.
Yeah.
Can you imagine playing a game that many times? And that's why these esports teams, these chicks, will never beat guys. Because guys will take a game that we like and play it
And break it down.
and
break
over
it down. Yeah.
and over and over and over and over.
Yeah.
Guys, there was one guy. He did no hit speedruns of all the Dark Souls. What was it? Dark Souls and what's the other one?
Yeah, those
Dark
games I
Souls?
can't. Yeah, Elden
What are the
Rings
other
and all
ones?
that stuff.
Yeah. Dark Souls and Elden Rings back to back.
I can't play
Didn't
those
get
games.
hit once.
Yeah, I can't play those games. Those games are. I tried to play. Was it Sekiro? And it was a good game, but you get punished for dying because there's like a thing where like a disease will come through the game, and then like it kills off certain characters, and then at some point you need that character, but they died because you died. I was like, this is no longer fun. I was like, this is no longer fun.
This guy, he beat those games not even taking fall damage. If he took any damage, he had to start all over.
That's crazy.
Again, back to back. Yeah. Demon Souls, Dark Souls, and Elden Ring. He beat all those games back to back. No hit. That is the craziest thing I've ever heard. I've been beating Mario World every single level and the Hammer Bros or whatever without getting hit once.
Super Mario, it actually ruined me as a gamer because I have like this, like my friend called it a Mario complex. Like I leave no coin behind in Mario. Like, I have to get every coin, even if I have to risk death or die, I have to get that coin. So like when I play video games now, like I collect everything. I don't leave nothing behind. Like I don't care what it is.
You leave no coin behind.
Yeah,
soldier.
I leave nothing behind. If there's a game where you gotta collect like stuff to like to build things. Like I'm always maxed out. Like I run around and collect it all. Like I just that's how I am, man. To me that's fun. To me that's fun. games like the Ghost of Yote and the Ghost of Tsushima. Those are two good games. Those are really good games.
Look at this.
Oh yeah,
Look at
this guy. This guy right here.
Not getting now. You might get hit.
Look at this insanity. No, you have to take hits in this game.
Hit speed run. There are guys who can do no hit speed runs.
Is that Ninja Gaiden?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This guy, I have to give this guy credit. He's one of the most soothing streamers on YouTube. It's soothing. Yeah, I don't think this is a no hit because if you're speed running Ninja Gaiden, if you're speed running Ninja Gaiden, there are glitches that you need to use and you have to take hits from birds in order to happen. There are tons of no hit runs though.
Yeah,
but I don't think it's a speed run.
Well, no, yeah, speed run is adding a caveat though. I mean, no hit means that it's going to take more time. You know what I mean? But but without taking one hit is absolutely insane. Or like those guys who will do Mario 64 blindfolded. The speed run Mario 64 blindfolded.
Yep.
That's
what kind of tism do you have to beat Mario
That's dedication.
64?
The real, you got the real,
folded.
you got the real tism. you got
the
real. Yeah, real tism.
But this is the power that games have.
Yeah.
You get yourself a really good game, and people, dudes will dissect it. They will dissect
all bosses. Castlevania no hit speed.
Oh
speed
man,
run.
yeah, Castlevania.
Castlevania.
Yeah.
This is
that's hard to do even with hits. Oh God, drink in that music.
You get hit once.
Interesting that you call Nutri-Grain a scam. You know what's real?
And talking at the same time.
Yeah.
He's talking about and he's talking about Nutri-Grain bars.
Yeah. I remember playing these games, boy. These games are rough.
Yeah.
They drove you crazy.
Mm-hmm.
We invented rage quitting, and we were good at
I
it.
had to get this one. Sorry.
I've never broken a controller. I never threw a controller. That I've never thrown a controller.
I threw a controller once or twice.
Oh, we used to put pillows next to our chairs.
Smart thinking.
But now controllers cost too much money to break.
Yeah, so like
back in the day, controllers weren't cheap.
Yeah, I mean
they didn't cost as much as they cost now.
Yeah, I mean
that is true.
I got my PS5 when it came out, right? I got it came with the white. I got 2 white controllers, and then I replaced my plates and I changed my PS5 to black. So I was like, oh, I need matching controllers. So I got 2 black controllers. I bought the headset. The headset's in white. It just sits here and stuff like that. So I've spent money on this, invested in this. This stuff is not cheap. Like these controllers now are like $90, almost $90.
Yeah, and I have a PS5. I haven't played it in months.
I got mine in years. Honestly,
I got my dude. For my birthday, I decided to treat myself, and I bought another PlayStation 3. I've got a PlayStation 3 and a couple of backups because I'm of the firm belief, I'm in the minority on this one. I believe that the pinnacle of console gaming was the PlayStation 3. It has everything that I want in a system. Yeah. It's backwards compatible. It has it has Blu-ray. It's it's got a pretty solid library of great games. And I freaking love it. Yeah, it plays my old games. That's what I want in a system.
Yeah.
I love backwards compatibility. I've been a huge fan of it ever since the PlayStation 2 era, since 6th gen.
Yeah, and that's the other thing that they're going to lose out with the PlayStation 6. So if you're going to go all digital, what about people who got PS5? So you mean tell me I can't play none of my PS5 games on a PS6 because there's going to be no disc drive or something like that?
Why not?
So
probably not.
Yeah, and this is the other thing people are not thinking about. When PS5 came out, like if you look at the PS5, the library of the PS5 is not as extensive as the 4, the 3, and the 4. It's not as deep. what do you think 6 is going to be? It's going to be the same thing. It's not going to have a big library for at the start of it.
It's going to be a garbage library.
Yeah. I depending on the price. I was always saying it from the get go. Depending on the price, I was going to let me see how this goes. Like, I'm not willing to pay like $800-900, almost $1,000 for a system. I'm not willing to do that. I'm not willing to do.
And $800 is going to be for the base system.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. That's going to be. Yeah. That's going. And let's not forget. So that's probably going to only come with one controller. If you need to, and then the games now at this point are going to be like almost $100.
Yeah.
Thank you, Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah, none for me, thanks, guys. Like I said, I have plenty of old games that I need to play. You guys, what was that one game called? It was on Xbox. I have it. It was
Steel Battalion?
No. It was like a steampunk game with zeppelins and planes.
Burning Aces? Blazing Aces?
For Xbox? You're not talking about The Order, right?
Crimson Skies.
Crimson Skies. Yeah, I know that one.
You remember this game? And you could jump in turrets and shoot, and you could play multiplayer. Oh, you guys, if you haven't played Crimson Skies, oh, you guys.
Oh,
check
those were the freaking days, man.
You want a good Xbox game? Army of Two.
That was a fun one.
Yes. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That game's fun, man.
Yeah. Especially with two players.
It's
like they had
during
special.
The cough, my nephew and I were playing Army of Two. There's multiple of those, right?
I think
there's only two. The second one's trash. It's not the same two dudes. Like the same.
Is
the first one when you start out in like Hong Kong and there's the attack and the building block? That game is awesome.
That one, and then you gotta like either kill the guy in the elevator or not. But if you don't, he dies on the beach, and they come and murk him on the beach. Yeah.
Guys, here you go.
One of the things that I really liked.
This game, let's go,
dude. This game was banned in the UK.
Yeah.
It's like, and when they released it, they took out like all the cool parts, like that scene where the Punisher is interrogating a dude and he has his face over a deep fryer.
Yeah. I like when he takes the old mob boss's body and throws it in the trash can, and then he's hiding in the casket with a freaking M60. And during the funeral, he pops out and you just go, just start blasting everybody. Tim Hicks, have you played this game?
No, I went through a phase of gaming where I didn't game that way because of my ex-wife. She was a hater, you know. She hated my game system. Like we would go to sleep and I had trouble sleeping, and it'd be like I would just pop the video game on. She would wake up like, "Oh, you're playing that game." I'm like, "You're asleep. What does it matter?" I was like, I was like, you know what? There's no point in buying like games I got to get immersed in stuff. I don't have the time, and plus I was going to school at the time too. So
I'm sorry you had to go.
Yeah, I know, man. I know.
I'm sorry you had to go through that.
Gathering for Bobby's funeral. As good a place as any to hit them. With any luck, I'll get everyone from Ma on down.
That's her car pulling up now. Tell the boys that Ma's here.
Should we bring in Bobby's casket now?
Show some respect. Wait till the old lady's seated.
The PS3 and Xbox. No, PS2 and Xbox.
PS2.
Wow.
It's a shame I could kill you only once, Bobby.
It's a shame I can only kill you once. Watch, he puts it in the trash.
The rats can hold a little funeral of their own.
Then watch.
Ma's overcome by her grief. Escort her back to the mansion.
Punisher? That bastard! I'll kill him, I swear it!
Come on, Ma. We'll go to the mansion, torture those two guys in the basement, and you'll feel better.
I'd have to check that out. I got a PS3. I got a PS3 in my bedroom. I got a PS3, PS4, PS5, all lined up. I'm gonna check that out.
Well, if I can find it. It's so much fun, dude. You hit the action button.
It's the Punisher!
He even killed the bartender.
Oh crap! It's Wayne Brady, son. It's Wayne Brady.
I love this game, dude.
Man,
I love this game. This is so good.
rest in pieces.
It's the Punisher!
Hey, dude, do you know what they did to the Punisher? You know what they did to the Punisher?
What do you mean?
So Marvel Comics decided that the Punisher symbol, this was a while back ago.
Yeah. They made it look like a weird samurai skull thing. Yeah.
And they tried to say, see, this is cool. We're with it. We're hip. We can still be badasses. Yeah, I have no idea. Did they ever change it back?
That's
not the Punisher.
Well, look at it's bad.
Like, I don't know. Like, I couldn't get behind John Bernthal as the Punisher. I
like
tried.
him. You know,
I tried. I tried. It's like, honestly, Dolph Lundgren, Thomas Jane, and Ray Winston, dude, those were some big shoes to fill.
But here's the thing, though. Thomas Jane, he was a good Punisher, but he had a shit movie. His movie
it was a bad
terrible.
movie.
It
was not a good movie.
The best part about John Bernthal is he's a decent Punisher, but the shows and then the Daredevil and all that is really good. You know what I'm saying? He's helped out by really good writing and then a really good fight scenes and all that. I will admit Thomas Jane is a better Frank Castle than John Bernthal, but that movie's just absolute trash.
It's a
Ray
bad
Stevenson
movie.
one was decent, but
Ray Stevenson was a good
Bernthal
one.
does a good job though.
I
don't think he's
don't
tall
know.
enough though, but it's all good. But
let me ask you something. Like I don't know, man. It's just
the only thing that I didn't like was season 1 of the Punisher. The story didn't make a lot of sense. You know what I mean? Like they really tried to have it do too much. So
yeah, that's the problem. Yeah, well, what are you gonna freaking do, man? I mean, it's just I hate to sound so defeatist. Like, I don't want to end this on a freaking down note. It's a dark day for gaming, but man.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, once again, there's a lot of indie developers coming up. And guys, if you're interested in making video games, now is the time to learn how and do it. Because if there's one thing that capitalism does, markets adjust. You know?
Dude, there are some amazing indie games there. Like one game that I do want to play. It looks awesome. You ever hear of Conscript? Survival horror game done with PS1 style graphics, taking place in the trenches of Verdun during World War I. There's no zombies or anything. It's just you versus the Huns. And it looks absolutely horrifying.
I gotta check this out.
Yeah, no, dude, there are so many cool looking games. Yeah, that's pretty much it. You can make a good game and it doesn't need to be expensive. It doesn't need to look like the latest and greatest
Peggy
things.
16.
Je suis incapable de me souvenir depuis combien de temps je suis ici.
It looks great.
Je ne trouve quasiment plus le sommeil.
Yeah, this looks good.
Yeah, and there are like hundreds of people.
Yeah.
Like making stuff like this. And indie gaming, I hope, just ends up gaining momentum because of this.
Yeah.
Because there are a lot of creative people right now, and the consumer base is starving and they are thirsty for new content that isn't the same old gruel that they've been force fed for the last decade.
Yeah. So
I'm telling you, man, there
All
is
right,
a light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah. Hey, Locke, you were saying that you like Chrono's Trigger, right?
Yeah.
There's a game called Adventures of Elliot. It's pretty much like Chrono's Trigger. It's pretty much like a Chrono's Trigger clone. You should check it out.
Adventures of Elliot.
Yeah.
Okay, hang on.
Ooh.
God, I love typing.
Yeah.
Okay, well, the box art looks promising.
Yeah, and anybody who just likes pure violence, play Wolfenstein. Just play Wolfenstein.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Yeah.
It's getting late here. So
All right. Thanks for having me up. Man. I appreciate it.
Guys,
Dude,
we'll
thanks
be
for
live
joining.
at 9 p.m. tomorrow. I mean, on Sunday, guys. Anyone that's watching the Conor fight tomorrow, guys. I still have a bet that he doesn't make it to the octagon. I mean, he's been on a 5-year-long coke bender, so I don't know, dude. Something's gonna go wrong. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? So, but it's all good.
I'm gonna watch that tomorrow. See what happens, man. I hope Max Holloway don't disappoint, man. Like,
Yeah, that would be quite the thing if Max got by Conor after all the foolishness. So, but all right, guys, I appreciate you.
All right.
All right,
thanks a lot, man.
Later.
Thanks, Locke.